I guess I be thinking too much.
Too much.
Thinking should I be further in life? Thinking should I take my boy's advice? Thinking am I doing wrong or right? Thinking out of mind and out of sight. Nigga, what is life? So many definitions, intuition on strike. Ego be talking and I can't go do what I like. Cause I look for better. Or is that shit a part of life? Or it's just whatever? Working for another man don't really fit me. But I'm living in a world that don't really get me. Everything I do is like I'm feeling iffy. Cause I just wanna lay back and chill and not be busy. Cause I know that I'ma die. Human species, the only ones that try. Rather walk in my truth than live a lie. Cause living the way you want me to is suicide, I know it. On the other hand, I'm feeling godly. Not a hate bone in my body. Tapped into a deeper power. I know it lies deep inside me. And deep within me is saying proudly that I'm not supposed to be looking. That shit is right here. I'm not supposed to be searching. That shit is right here. In the picture right there. It's painted so clear. Picture called life. Shit is right here. But how come with this love and vibration, I'm still asking where the love at? Everybody out here to benefit, and if they don't, fuck that. I'm still asking where the love at. Nigga, live your life, I ain't above that. Asking where the love at. I'm just asking where the love at. I got subconscious triggers within my mind. Shit, it be happening all the time. Catching me on the blind. Heal, I'm trying to. Love, I'm trying to find. It's hard, I give you mine. Just so I can see you smile. Hoping real love will stick around a while. Cause that shit is rare for me. If I don't benefit you, are you still gonna care for me? If I ain't there for you, will you still be there for me? That's unconditional love. Most forget what unconditional is. And that's why I be minding my biz. Acting like I really don't give a shit. I just go off the grid. When I know I need my folks like my ribs. Can't be around cause they ego too big. It's just how it is. I realize that I am that I am. When you gon' tap into this shit, so I don't feel alone. But how come with this love and vibration, I'm still asking where the love at? Everybody out here to benefit, and if they don't, fuck that. I'm still asking where the love at. Nigga, live your life, I ain't above that. Asking where the love at. I'm just asking where the love at. But how come with this love and vibration, I'm still asking where the love at? Everybody out here to benefit, and if they don't, fuck that. I'm still asking where the love at. Nigga, live your life, I ain't above that. Asking where the love at. I'm just asking where the love at. Girl, wish I did get her like glow. I can't see no me without you. Feel like I manifested you. You be on my mind times two. Baby, you ain't got a clue. Feel like I manifested you. Let me tell you that we gon' be fine. Girl, you really just ease my mind. Girl, you know that I caught done signs. I just really like to take my time. I've been rolling around like I'm a god. I've been really trying to beat these odds. Didn't know that you would come through. Universe caught me by surprise. What What can I say? You put a smile on my face. Let's meditate by the lake. You got the boy feeling great. I feel like there's no mistake. Work on my balance, but I like a challenge. I swear that I'm never gonna hurt you. I know them niggas you had in your life, girl, they left you, but I won't desert you. I manifested a girl that would love me. Someone that hold me down when they get ugly. Someone that let me be free, cause they trust me. Treat me like everything when I got nothing. And it's only right that you put you above me. I manifested a girl that is lovely. Feel like a champion, no one could touch me. This shit that happened so quick, girl, because me. Girl, we stuck together like I can't see no me without you. Feel like I manifested you. You be on my mind times two. Baby, you ain't got a clue. Feel like I manifested you.
I was using the law of attraction when I got you and you so attractive. Met someone that I perfectly matched with, and the difference in this is Jurassic. All the power I'm willing inside of me. Won't you know that you would inside of you? Girl, I peep that my wisdom inspire you, and I admire your growth and I'm proud of you. It's like I'm inside of you. I feel for pleasant experiences as long as I'm here, so I don't need you killing my vibe. I need to know that you're really on my type of time. Then you can come join the tribe. Need you to know that society's idealism ain't gonna be the perspective of mine. Baby, I done free my mind into some time, and I just can't jump on your observations from a bird eye. But I call it my third eye. I don't need your love, but I'll receive your love if it's a vibe.
Girl, we stuck together like glue. I can't see no me without you. Feel like I manifested you. You be on my mind times two. Baby, you ain't got a clue. Feel like I manifested you.
Ooh. Peace and blessings. Welcome, 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 welcome. Yes, yes. That is Manifested You by Spiritual Tommy. Thank you, Faith. Yes, yes. I know I'm loud, y'all. Sorry. Let me bring it down some. Thank you for being here. This is Soulmate Sundays. Please love, like, and share this post. Thank you for being in the building, everyone. This is a very, very intriguing conversation we're going to be having tonight because we're going to be talking about what people don't really want to talk about all the time, which is the fact that soulmates are not perfect and that soulmates have a real purpose besides just bringing us joy. So anyway, I hope y'all having a great weekend. It is a beautiful Sunday outside. I hope you got some of those beautiful RAEs, rays of sun. I did. I went outside, I meditated. I thought about this show today and it really hit me. Like, we were all given this sort of fairy tale of what a soulmate or what that knight in shining armor or what that perfect person was supposed to be like, right? We were fed all these dreams growing up and we were, told, all these different things about what a soulmate is or what that perfect person's supposed to be and how they're supposed to fill this role and that role. But I think that we miss the point that the people that come into our lives are in our lives for certain reasons, and they're supposed to be teaching us. Every person who comes into your life has something to teach you, believe it or not, they do. So tonight, I want to discuss the misconception that soulmates are perfect and that everything's going to just be perfect once you meet your soulmate. And if we think like that, I think we miss the true value of what it is to really have a soulmate. Because a soulmate is more than just a partner for the rest of your life who's going to be your yes man or just going to always be like rah rah shish kumbah behind you. It's actually more to it than that. So that's what I want to get into tonight. I also decided that tonight we're going to do the secret language of light. I'm going to pull for the entire collective at the end of the night. And yes, I'm going to do tarot during my shows because I love it. And at the end, if you have any questions, because I didn't get to do Tarot Tuesdays this week, we're going to do angel answers. And these are going to be romantic questions. So if you have questions about your soulmate, when are they coming? How long, is this the one? Things of that manner. These oracle cards have like yes or no. The time, be patient, not it. Stuff like that on them. So we'll be asking those kind of questions much later on. But I really wanted to get into the fact that some of us, you know, well, a lot of us grew up watching shows, watching movies, watching, you know, different types of things with love, telling us what love is supposed to be like, right? And I also, I'm not above anyone. I had this notion of what love should be like as well. But as I grew and dated, and I'm sure as you grew and dated, that notion of that perfect, you're gonna meet somebody, y'all gonna run off into the sunset and everything's gonna be just so perfect. That started to fade away, right? Like we knew that that perfectness of what we saw on TV was just parts of what we would experience, right? Because it is times when you're in a relationship and everything just seems so perfect. Y'all with me? You hear me? You in the building? Say what's up. But there's times that, things feel perfect and you're just like, oh man, this is my soulmate. I just know it. And then as soon as things don't go right, that person's not your soulmate anymore. That person's not right for you anymore. Or maybe we have been told, and I saw this I saw a guy talking about this, and this just came to me. He said something that really hit me. Thank you. Thank you, Cuzzo. He said by dating multiple people we've been taught to, we talk like about divorce, just when things don't seem right, just give up, you can move on to the next one. And I get that. Sometimes, it is good to move on to the next one. It is good to sometimes it's time to move on. But a lot of times we expect perfect out of people, and we have to realize people are just like us. Are we perfect? Do we come to the table perfect? No. Most of us are not. We come with baggage. And I'll give you some examples of when we didn't see the baggage, but we saw all the beauty. And these are my own examples I've been thinking of today while I was meditating. Again, like, love this post, people. Please share. Give me some kudos. See, we are still doing the stars program. So if you're feeling in your heart, send me some stars, please. But anyway, I'm going to tell you what I was, contemplating on, because we all again have had this fairy tale, right? This fairy tale of like Cinderella story, right? Cinderella at the end of even though she went through her hardships and stuff, she ended up with the prince at the end, right? But we never saw what happened after that, because they got married and they rolled off into the sunset, right? You don't think that Cinderella had some issues, maybe some daddy issues? She did lose her father, maybe some stepmommy issues, maybe some stepsister issues, maybe some issues about being left out. You don't think she had some underlying issues that she was going to bring to the table to the prince? Hmm. And then think about the prince who's been in the castle. He's been in the castle his whole life. He's been spoon fed and all these things. You don't think he got some issues? His parents been always telling him what to wear, where to go, who to love. You don't think he gonna have some issues when they come to the table? So that perfectness of riding out to the sunset. Yes, yes. That myth. I think we need to, as we get older, understand that yes, the beauty in finding someone, there is going to be times that you connect, and there'll be also times that you disconnect. But those disconnects are for reasons, because soulmates are actually here to teach us stuff about ourselves. And yes, I agree, Faith. We do have numerous soulmates in this lifetime, and they're all different types. We've talked about this. We've talked about there's karmic, right? There's karmic soulmates, and a lot of us, depending on how we choose to live our life, will experience more karmic than soulmates. And then there's twin flames, and that is supposed to be one other person who is like basically the masculine or feminine other half of you, like one whole that was split into two flames, the masculine and the feminine. So that's what a twin flame is. However, the soulmates I am speaking of are romantic tonight, because y'all saw my little cute picture, right? Y'all saw my little brand. I liked my little brand. I like them together. I think they're cute. But that's the outside. We have to understand people gonna go through things, and your soulmate is supposed to challenge you so you grow. So, as Faith brought up, there are different types of soulmates, and the two I want to focus on tonight are the romantic kind, which are like your twin flame, and a soulmate, not the karmic soulmate. So your karmics are going to teach you lessons, but they're going to teach you lessons the hard way. The karmics are the ones that come into your life not to necessarily hurt you because they have a purpose too. We all were written into each other's plan, okay? We knew that each of us were going to come down and play a certain role in each other's life to help elevate us because we have a mission to get to certain places on a soul level. And we do that by interacting with each other, right? So you have different types of soulmates, and karmic soulmates will come in and serve you karmic type of lessons. Okay, so we're not going to focus on those tonight. We're going to focus on soulmates, like romantic soulmates. That's what we'll say, romantic soulmates, and twin flames, because those two journeys, I think, have been very fantasized and romanticized more than what it means to come together as two separate people, learning each other and mirroring things back to each other to help improve each other. Because that is what the true journey of the soulmate and the twin flame is. And the twin flame journey is even more crucial. We'll get into soulmate first, and then we'll talk a little bit about the twin flame journey. But your soulmate, believe it or not, is the person who's going to look at you and say to you sometimes that they're going to trigger things in you that you may have thought you had grown from. Your soulmate is actually put into your life to actually help you heal other parts of you that you didn't heal on a singular level, because there is time that we spend alone that we do our healing, right? We do healing alone. But there's times that we do, and this is divinely guided, come together with people and we heal with people, because people have to trigger certain things in us that we didn't even know were there. We wouldn't know because we're by ourselves. If we're by ourselves healing, then we're not triggering everything because we don't have any outside triggers. So once we've done the internal, that foundation of healing, then we're allowed to step out and test the waters with other people. And when we do that, we will encounter people who will, and on a soulmate level, not those who trigger you in a negative manner. Again, those, we have karmic relationships, but on a soulmate level, yes, it will feel negative, but what it is triggering a certain amount of growth. And we know that growth sometimes is painful. So understand that not one soulmate is only triggering the other one, even if it may even appear that way. It may appear that you may say, "Man, I'm with this girl. She's the best ever." But like, it seems like everything I do is like a trigger. But there's certain things that you also have to learn as well as her. We are here to actually trigger certain things in each other because we hold on to so much every time we meet other people or every time we have certain experiences. And so we hold on to all these different baggages, right? We hold on to all these different experiences. Even though we say we heal from them, they're still there sometimes. And we know it when we start to interact with people that are new, but we are interacting with them in which sometimes seems like the same manner as before. Or we start to feel certain things when we're interacting with these people that we like, why is this stirring up in me? I didn't expect to feel these certain things, right? Because we thought we healed from them. This is supposed to happen. In order for true growth to happen, we got to go through it. We got to look at certain things and then we got to grow through it. Your soulmate will grow with you. You will probably sometimes not agree. Sometimes you'll separate, but your soulmate is there to trigger something in you to make you a better person. Sometimes your soulmate can gently do it. There are people I know that are very gentle with each other. They're very gentle, and that's the type of soulmate that they need. They don't need hard triggers. We all have certain things that we need in order to get to where we need to get. So we'll meet certain people that'll trigger certain parts of us, right? And we'll be like, why the hell did I meet this person? Like I was healed from this, and now they're, I was the most patient person in the world, and now my patience is being tested. Well, maybe you thought you were patient, but then the vibe was like, let's see, you know? Or man, I was healed from this. I knew I wasn't normally triggered. I'm not triggered by females. Why am I being triggered by other females now? Because there's something in you that was never really healed that you just buried down. And now this person who signed a contract to say, I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna help you heal stuff that you can't heal on your own. There's gonna be things, there're gonna be blind spots that we can't see. And there's gonna be people that come into our lives to help us see those blind spots. And some of them will stay and some of them will go, but all of them coordinated this before we came here. We all made these contracts, these soul contracts to learn, to say, I'll play this role in your life and you'll play this role in my life. And you know what? It may not, even a karmic, that person on a soul level. There's a reason you were led to them or they were led to you. It's nothing by chance. So if we want the beautiful ending, sometimes we have to go through the mucky waters of healing. And I'm not just talking about the singular, because at some point we have to singularly heal. We have to heal things within ourselves singularly by ourselves. But once you have gone past that, there will be people that come into your life that will trigger you. Allow those triggers to happen, but grow from them. Because these people that are coming into your life, they're going to help you become better. And I've seen it with my own two eyes, where you see soulmates, people that you can tell that they just grew together over time. If you sit down and talk to them and have a conversation, they probably never even got along to begin with. They didn't even like each other. That wasn't even my type. He just he used to get on my nerves. He always complained about this, and that. Or she always used to say this, because they triggered each other in the beginning and they have the memory of that, right? But as they grew, they came to love and some maybe even love those flaws in each other. But they took the time to invest. They took the time to learn each other. They didn't just use it as a popcorn microwave throwaway. This person ain't working for me because this just ain't working, you know? And I get it, because we live in a place where we getting new phones every year. We get new phones every 6 months. We throw away stuff that's not even broken. And we're doing that to people. Okay, I know I'm getting like, oh, here we go. Yeah, I had to do my update and now, okay, I was freezing for a second, so forgive me. But yes, we cannot treat people like the newest iPhone or the upgrade to your Android or what have you. Just because they are not, they don't have the newest upgrade, or maybe they're not doing exactly what you want at that moment. Maybe there's something in you need to explore. Nope, not in this world. That's not what we do. We get rid of folks. We move on. And that way, we don't have to deal with with what's in us that we really need to heal. Because if we get rid of them, then the problem goes away, right? No. You just meet another soulmate. You just go there's plenty. Just like Faith said, we have many. And sometimes you'll get a karmic. After you get a good soulmate, you'll get a karmic because you ain't learned your lesson the right way. You didn't get what you needed to get from that soulmate because you were so quick to walk away. Because you felt like a little trigger here and there. It bothered you. You didn't like this. It was easier to go this way. Understand sometimes the easier route. The person who's not going to tell you when you're wrong. The person who's not going to complain when they don't like something. That person is not necessarily going to help you get to where you need to get. Sometimes that person will actually keep you complacent in where you are, because they're not going to help you to heal things you need to heal. You have to be able to accept that people are different. You have to be able to accept that people react to things differently. But if you're only around people who do the same thing as you and react the same way as you, then when are you going to grow? We don't grow in our comfort zones. Not to say that soulmates should be bickering all the time. Nope. Nope, not saying that. What I'm saying is there's a certain amount of triggers and differences and that are going to happen because we're human beings and we're all healing from something, some job, some person, some past life, some childhood traumas, something. We're all meeting each other as is. When you go into this lot and you go and pick that person, you're saying, I'm gonna love you as is. Meaning, if I get you and I done took you off the lot, you're my person now. That means if the gasket is broken, we gonna fix the gasket. If now the radiator is broken, we gonna fix it. And I'm referring to a person as a car. I understand, but it's just the metaphor, people. Hang in there with me. But if it's broken, now I've bought it as is. It's mine. So I gotta work with what I got because this is what I wanted, right? When I seen it on the lot, it was the best thing ever. Oh, now I'm going past other lots. That looks better. Oh, I'm not gonna work on this car because this car's giving me too many problems. But that car it's shiny. It's new, right? It's new. It's gonna cost you a lot more. Oh yeah, the maintenance on that joint is yeah. Oh, you thought you was gonna get a shiny new car for the price you paid for this one, but you gotta, but you don't want to put the work in this one. You want to go. See, that's how it is. We can't. We will not enjoy the truth of people if we are always moving from person to person. And when we get with someone, we don't allow them to blossom into the truth. We see one thing and we like red flag because we the red flag nation now. Everything is a red flag. Every goddamn thing is a red flag. Do you not know that you are a damn red flag? All of us are. Some of the things we do are red flags every day to other people. But if we don't allow people to give other people a chance to actually grow and blossom, you'll never see the beauty of whoever it is you chose to be with. Whatever car you chose to purchase, if every time you ride past the lot and you see a newer one and you just want to keep getting it, you're never going to enjoy what you got. We did a show called Love Yours. But the thing about soulmates is that they come into your life with a purpose. But if you keep dismissing them, then you wonder why you keep getting karmics and cause you 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 making more lessons. You had lessons and you didn't want to learn them the easier route. Because your soulmate, though your soulmate will trigger you, your soulmate is not the person who's going to cheat on you, treat you like shit. No, they're just going to trigger you. You understand? They're going to be the one that every little thing that they do gets on your nerves sometimes, or they say things, or they flirt, or they do this, but they're not doing like when I say that your soulmate is not the person that beats the crap out of you. Don't get it twisted. There is a limit to the toxicity that you should be accepting from anyone. Okay. Your soulmate is going to trigger you in ways to make you grow, not ways that are toxic. That is going to be a karmic. A karmic may trigger you in ways that are toxic because you got some toxicity in you as well. But a soulmate is trying to help you grow and it may bother you. But it's for your own growth. We can't be how do you shine something without rubbing it? How do you get what is it? The gold without digging? How do you not you have to go through some things to get to the beauty of it. So if we keep walking in and out of people's lives or if we keep meeting new people and it just don't fit because the tire don't fit. It just don't fit because, yesterday he was smacking. I ain't like the way he was chilling. Okay. Well, I'm sorry that Divine sent you a smackety smack soulmate, and that person was going to. And then what if you could see it? What if when you left somebody, Divine said, you know what? I'm gonna roll this out for you and show you what your life was actually gonna be like. But your stupid ass wouldn't stick. Or like after, like when you run out of fear, because a lot of times we leave people because of fear, right? It's not the big things, it's the small things. It's usually the small things. So when we meet soulmates and they just do little things that we don't like, I'm out. Peace, peace and blessings. You got to really think about when you're investing time, what are you investing for? Are you willing to do the work? If you, let's go back to the car. You want it, you want it, you wanted it. You say you don't want a hot girl. Let's just compare it to that. Or I don't want, me personally, I don't want no high maintenance type of person. That's just me, right? So I don't want no Benz. I really don't. I want a nice car though. I do. But I want to keep, I don't want to be dealing with that. I want somebody like me. I want my car to match my personality. You want the person you be with to be similar to you. You go out and you get this person, you got this person. Again, this is your person now. Now you don't like the way it's knocking. I don't like the way this is happening. I don't like this and that. When we start nitpicking, instead of saying, what is it about me that makes me want to nitpick? What is it about them that is, we got to stop looking at people like that, because I look at relationships now and I see people again that have sat there and talked about how they didn't even like each other in the beginning, but they got past those superficial egotistical things and saw the beauty in, I was triggered and this person helped me grow through this. And I put that picture of Issa Rae and Lawrence. They went through a lot, you know? They went through a lot in that series. If you ever watched that, I used to watch that. That was my show, Insecure. I don't even think I seen the very last one. I know that they like got married or something like that. I don't know. Maybe or no. They was together. I don't know. But at the end of the day, soulmates go through things, but they grow through things. When you get rid of people, like you get rid of papers and things that are not valuable, you tell people that they're not valuable. In telling someone else that they're not valuable, you're also telling yourself you're not valuable. I hope that you understand that people are a reflection of you, that everyone that comes encounter with you has something in them that you need to learn that's in you. So when you look at someone else as disposable, know that you see yourself as disposable. There's something in you that you don't value. Like again, my daughter is 17. I'm not trying to put the pressure on her to date, to mate, but know that when you're spending time with people, make sure that that's valuable time. You're not just with people to just be there. You're learning something from these people, even if they're not with you forever. Because goodness, we've all had boyfriends and girlfriends in high school. Who's going to be with them forever? But along the way, you can learn things and not treat them like hot potatoes. Because this world is so quick to dismiss people because they're not just the perfect wrap package of the Prince Charming or the beautiful princess or whatever it is that we say we want. It didn't come the way we wanted it. It didn't show up the way we wanted it. But you chose that person. There was a reason you chose them. Ask the questions. Look at that person and really ask those questions. And then look at yourself and say, what is it about me that made me want to choose this person? Because a lot of times, again, we give up so quickly on things because we live in a world where we have so many choices and options. And with social media and dating, it's so hard. It is. Because the minute you could just put up a damn picture in your inbox just blowing up, and then it's like, think about this. Your inbox is blowing up with all these people promising all these lies and things. They're going to say all these things to try to talk to you and all these distractions. But you're supposed to be staying steadfast in what you're trying to do right here. Understand those distractions are coming for a reason. There are lessons you're being taught on all levels. Having a soulmate is a blessing, but you have to realize it when they're in front of you. Or you're going to end up with a karmic, because every person, sometimes we end up, and don't look at it. Listen, it doesn't always turn out and come together the way we think it does. It's not always the picture perfect situation. We got to get over these fairy tales and these stories we've been told of how love is supposed to be. It's however it feels good for you. And that's another thing I want to talk to you about tonight when we're talking about soulmates. When we're looking for soulmates, or when we're talking about being with people, we have to explore our love languages. We can't just expect everybody to know how to love us properly, and we can't expect to learn how to love everybody else properly because we're different. Though we may be similar in other ways, a lot of us have different love languages. If you hear, let me know what your love language is in the comments. I know we all have different love languages. My love language, I'm a giver. I realize being a giver, you get used sometimes because when you love, when I love somebody, they know I love them. You know how? Because I give. I give my time. I give stuff because that's the way that I express. I know that because I'm a Taurus rising for one. That's what we do. We're givers. We want to show people physically that we love them, and I'm affectionate, so you know I love you if I love you. But other people's love language may be, you know, some people are not very affectionate, but they show you they love you because they share things with you they wouldn't share with somebody else. Or, you know, I don't know. Tell me your love language. I don't know everybody else's love language, but we all have different ones. And if you're willing to meet someone and you want to date them and all that, get to learn their love language. What makes them happy? What makes them feel loved, desired, wanted? Because understand that most times, a lot of times that people get together and it doesn't work out, the number one reason is communication. We're not saying what we really want. And if we are saying it, the other person's not listening. Because communication is more than just talking, it's actually listening. And we have to communicate what it is we expect out of our partners. I don't know why we're afraid to talk about it, but if we don't speak up and say that, then we expect the other person to just know. Like, I expect you to know how to love me, right? Because you love me. Just because that person has love for you doesn't mean they know how to love you the way you want to be loved. Absolutely, Karen. That's like the most important thing about any relationship. It's communication, but communication is a lot of different ways. Communication is body language as well. If you are saying something, but your body language is saying something different. If you're saying something out of your mouth, but your actions are different, you're communicating to me with your body that you don't feel the way what you're saying out your mouth. So you're contradicting. So yes, communication is so important in any type of relationship. You know, if you think about it, I know you've broken it down, a ship. In order to steer a ship, you got to know the coordinates. We got to be talking. You got to be letting me know where I'm going. You know, it's a relationship. We supposed to be doing this together. So of course we got to be communicating. But on top of communication, it's got to be proper communication. It's not just talking. Again, it's listening as well as, are you just listening or are you actually hearing me? Are you listening to hear me? Are you listening with your ears and your heart? Because we spoke about this before. A lot of people like to use logic all the time. Everything is about logic. Logic, logic. You have to think logically. Think logic. Logic. But when you're dealing with matters of the heart, you need to balance your mind and your heart. You need to balance, because when I'm dealing with people that I care about, I want to deal with them in ways that they feel I care about them. Even when I'm upset with them, I want them to still know that I care about them. You know, like that. I seen a picture of like a grumpy old man holding an umbrella over his partner's head, right? And he's making sure that she doesn't get rained on, but he's pissed at her. And it's like, even though I'm mad at you, I still want you to feel loved. That is real love. That is the type of soulmate bond. That's what soulmates do. Because they don't leave each other out in the cold. They don't see the next best thing and go and hop on that. They're not looking for the next best thing. They're trying to grow together. And that's the point of the journey of the soulmates. To bond and to grow together and not to smother each other's fire. No. But to actually the air or the wind I breathe onto your fire should make it bigger. I should be I'm not trying to blow it out. I'm actually trying to make you feel better about yourself, because that's what we're here to do. But not just in a way that I'm patting you on the back. Sometimes you're going to have to hear the honest truth. But as a soulmate, we should be able to communicate in gentle ways, in ways to say, there's something that we need to sit down and talk about. When the last time somebody's done that? Most people don't communicate like that. They're sending texts, or they're yelling and they're screaming. No one's really sitting down and talking. But when we sit down and talk and we start to understand, that's where the understanding of, oh, wow, this person is actually teaching me something about myself. Because never is it one-sided. Even if one person says, I'm sorry, you need to really look and see what part of this you played. Because a lot of times people will say, I take all the blame, because they want it to be over with. But they may not be all to blame. Even if someone tells me they take all the blame, I still sit back and reflect, because I want to know where I can grow. I'm always looking for a way to grow. When people are in my life, I know they're there to teach me something. If you're not there to teach me something, then what are you there for? If you're not there to help me grow, if you're not there to be supportive in some way, but to be teaching me, because we're all capable, even a child can teach you something. On every level, we can be learning. But it's all about us opening up our eyes to, are we accepting the opportunities? Are we looking at people with real eyes, that everybody comes flawed, everybody comes with problems, everybody comes unhealed, everybody has something going on. I did a show on Clubhouse, and we were talking about mommy dearest, right? And about the mother issues sometimes people come with, or daddy issues. And there was a guy on there who said he had none of those, right? He had no mommy and daddy issues. I was like, wow, that's amazing. There's very few people who don't have one or the other. But even if you don't, you come with some baggage of something. You may have baby mama issues. You may have financial issues. You may have work issues. You may have anything. People have to come able to accept each other with some sort of baggage, because we're not perfect. And even if we don't think we got baggage, we got hidden pockets we don't even know about. We got things about us that we have blind spots that we cannot see. A lot of times we choose not to. But then there is just blind spots. We just cannot see them. And that's what that person came for. Hey, there's a car coming up on the side of you. Maybe you don't have rear view mirrors. Maybe you're missing the little mirror in the front. I don't know. But that passenger, they have a purpose in your life. Don't dismiss them because you don't like the way they did this or that today. Or maybe they're triggering something in you. Grow from it. Because that person comes with a purpose. Everyone comes in your life to serve a purpose. When someone knocks at your door, answer it, because they're being sent there divinely. You ask for this interaction. Be it good, be it bad. Wherever it's going to lead you, it's going to lead you to who you're supposed to be in the long run. So again, some soulmates are there forever. Some people come in at the end of your life. Some people come in early. Some people come and go. But we all serve a purpose within each other's lives. And there's that, again, I just want to get rid of that misconception that everything's going to be perfect when you meet that person. It may come off as perfect, but eventually the masks come off. We all wear masks at times because we want to present the best versions of ourselves. We don't come, if someone calls you, if somebody hits you with a good morning or grand rising, how you doing? This the first couple of weeks of y'all dating and you feeling them and they feeling you. You're not going to be like, ugh, I don't feel good and life is shitty and I don't want to go. You ain't gonna do that. You're gonna give them the best. I'm great. How you doing, baby? You looking good. You may not even feel like that today, but that's what the communication is gonna be like, right? In the beginning. Because you want to give up this facade. You want to give off the best version of you. It's not fake. It's just you're giving off a certain version of you that you're not going to be able to maintain over time. And eventually, when that person sees the real you or the parts of you that you've been trying to hide, will they stick around? Or is this a in and out? Depends on the lessons that we need to learn. And if that person is willing to actually go down that soulmate journey with you. Because your soulmate will feel it. Regardless if they deny it or not, they will feel it. They will know. Now, a lot of people know it and they be like, it's too deep, it's too much. And they will leave. And that's okay because you get plenty of soulmates. And it probably was written in the contract for them to go. But those who stick around and they are trying to help you grow, you're going to go through things. Don't think that that's a beautiful part of the process of growing. Because when you start to go through things and grow through things, it actually makes it where you guys start to have a different bond. Because I don't know who's got my back until they got my back. You know? I don't know who who's going to stick around until shit starts going missing and then I look around and see who's around. So sometimes things are going to come challenging to you because or there's going to be walls that your soulmate or that partner is going to put up. They're not putting those walls up because they don't want you around. They want to see if you're the person that really deserves to go over that wall. And you should be doing the same thing, not just putting up boundaries for the sake of it, but knowing that sometimes when people come in your life, they're going to be tested to is this the person for me? Because sometimes again, it feels good in the beginning. But when you it's like being on those dating shows and they on the helicopters and they outside on the patios and stuff. It's good. It's easy to fall in love when you on The Bachelor and people are paying for all these expensive meals and helicopters and stuff. But can you stay in love when you back home in your trailer park or in your little house and everything ain't going your way? Are you still going to be in love when this person ain't agreeing with you or you find out some things about their past or this or that or people start getting are you going to still stay in that? Because love is a commitment. It's not a feeling, it's a commitment. It's like I love you today forever. Like when you say you love somebody, it's a commitment. Soulmates make a commitment to see each other grow through things. And it there's going to be triggers. And again, I'm not talking about abusive things. I'm not saying toxicity. I'm saying natural things you're going to go through that people nowadays throw people away for. Girl, I, I just don't like the way, and it'd be the simplest things. I don't like the way he was calling, he say my name. Or I don't, or it's not that what they're doing. It's just that you're so excited by these outside flashes. So much going on. And then we wonder why we don't have long-term memories with anybody. And I think that was my issue was that I always wanted to have memories with someone, like one person to have memories. Remember when we used to do this or do that or go here or go there? I remember wanting that. And I would stay too long. And that's the thing about some soulmates are only for a certain amount of time and some are for long term. You gotta be able to know when you're in it and when to hold them and when to fold them. Yes. But those memories that it happens over time. People don't just get together and everything is just perfect. It takes work. It takes getting to know people. It takes saying, "Hey, this is triggering me. Hey, I don't like this." And sitting down and having these conversations. Because those kind of conversations grow you as an individual and it grows the other person as well. And that is what it's all about. That's what every interaction we have is about. It's about how you can help me be a better me and how I can help you be a better you. And sometimes it ain't pretty getting to the other side. Sometimes we got to do shadow work. Sometimes we got to sit down with ourselves and say, what is it that I'm doing? When we're in situations where we're saying we want to be with somebody, but we're always triggered, what is it about you? Because we can't always point the finger at the other person. In this day and age, this time that we living in, more than ever, I think it's important to hold on to good people in our lives. And when you meet them, it's important to recognize them. Recognize that people are human. But if you got people that come into your life and they look out for you, they make sure you straight. If you need something, you know you can call on them. If you got something going on, they be always they're there for you. They may not be perfect, but sometimes we cling so hard to the imperfections of people that we don't see the beauty in them. We lose that. We start to see, well, they did this or they said that. And then they hold on to the negativity. We don't see the beauty. We don't allow people to grow. We don't allow them to be human. But we want that from people. You want someone, if you make a mistake, to forgive you and to grow from it. You don't want them to say they forgive you and then be reminded of it all the time. Or you don't want them to say they forgive you, but yet you feel that stigmatism. Exactly. Timothy, thank you. Yes, there is one divided or two united. Yes, I like that. I like that. That's the twin flame. We have to really understand that people are people. People are going to be who they are. But the right people who come into your life are worth working with. And if you want to go on a journey, you have to be open to the fact that no one's going to come to you perfect. And that sometimes Prince Charming is going to be triggered and Cinderella or Snow White. I mean, think about these characters though. Like, let's just explore this real quick. All of them, all of them definitely have triggers. You've been locked away, Rapunzel. Peace and prosperity, sister. Rapunzel, locked away in a castle. Hair cut off, mama crazy as hell. You don't think she came with some triggers? You don't think she had some issues? Come on. But we just read she lived happily ever after. The prince, who had to go and fight a whole dragon to get to this chick, or had to go through all of these things to get. You don't think he got no triggers? Like, man, I had to go through all this, and now you don't think people got. Everybody got triggers. We just see the happily ever after, and we think that's it. Sleeping Beauty. You don't think she got no triggers? Come on, man. Everybody got triggers. It's not just it. We don't talk about after. We don't talk about after they get together what happens. That's how, but they stay together forever. Why? Because they grow together. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. As human beings, we're supposed to be growing and learning from each other. And I'm sure the Cinderella was triggered by the spoiled rotten prince. And he was triggered by poor Cinderella, who was always woe is me. Why she just can't get some confidence? Damn, she got chose. She's still walking around acting like she Cinderella out in the and you know, she feeling like, dang, he acted all super snooty. He don't get how it feel. But they're not communicating. They're both triggered because she came from where she came from. He came from where he came from. And they got to now meet in the middle because they love each other, right? They care about each other. They wanted to be together. They chose to get married. So now you got to deal with who this person really is. That's unconditional love. That's the truth of it. Anybody can love you when shit is good. Anybody can love you when things are sweet, when you at the ball in the beautiful dress. But who loving you when you snot ugly crying? Who loving you when you telling them about them nights that you was abused or misused within your family or somebody did you wrong? Or who loving you then? Who loving you when it's so much. Like, we gotta be real that if you want real love from somebody, you gotta be that person to give real love. You can't ask of nobody what you ain't willing to give. You want me to wait it out with you? Wait it out with me. You want me to be patient with you? Be patient with me. You trigger sometimes, so am I. You mad at me? Well, I'm mad at you, but let's talk about it. I hate going to sleep mad. I do. I believe that you bring so much more onto yourself because now you got this in your heart and you on the spiritual astral realm with that. trigger with you, I always try. I try my best to resolve things before I go to bed. But if I can't, oh, I usually try to resolve it first thing in the morning. And if I can't, but we can. As human beings, when we make decisions and we make choices about people, we still have to be reminded that human beings are human beings. And when we accept humans, we have to accept them whole, not in pieces, not just the parts we like. We have to accept all of them. When I meet people, you know what? I meet people all the time. I do. I meet people left and right. I can go to the store and somebody, hey, how you doing? Da-da-da. Let me tell you something. If you ever think you're gonna come to me and just have get to you just get this, you just get the pretty part that you like. You just get me in this. You gotta accept me with my buns. You gotta accept me with my when I want to wear my bonnet. You gotta accept the fact that I got 3 girls and I'm raising them by myself. You gotta accept this because these are real people things. This is a whole person. Whole people come with whole people things. Whole people come with problems. Whole people come with issues. Whole people come with triggers sometimes. But we so quick to walk away to the next best thing. And that way we never really fully enjoy, explore, or learn anything about ourselves, let alone the other person. Because they were there to teach you something. I speak for myself when I say that I know that I can be easily triggered by some people, but I also can recognize when I need to grow. And I appreciate the triggers in my life. I appreciate those people who hold a mirror up to me and call me on my bullshit. I do. Because sometimes I'm human. I am not perfect by far. I am so far from it. That's why I am learning every day. I am a student and a teacher at the same damn time. But I understand that my heart is open and I'm willing to learn. And when you're like that and you are healing your own issues, when you meet that person and they are right for you, they're not going to just walk out because you have some stuff you got to heal. They're going to help you heal through it. They're going to help you get through it. The biggest thing that Karen said, communication. Open your heart and open your mouth. If you care about somebody, don't just say, I care about you. Tell them, look, I love you. I care about you. These are the things. Express it. Why are we afraid to really speak up and say how we feel nowadays? Why are we afraid to really be vulnerable to people? I'll tell you why. Because we're all triggered and broken. Because we grew up without therapy. Because we grew up in a generation who didn't have people to talk to, so we held it all inside until we got crazy ass gurus out here now who now just cater to our triggers. They don't make us better. They just cater to our insecurities. They're not really, we're not healing ourselves. And so when we see other people that trigger us, we run. We're not able to stick around. We don't like being triggered. We like easy. Easy is easier. Give me easy. Well, easy won't make you grow. If you lifted a weight and it didn't have no weight to it, you wouldn't get no muscle. It's just facts. So when we desire more, you will get more. But be prepared for the more that you desired. If you see somebody and you're like, damn, she fine. Oh, and she got her stuff together. Oh, and she's doing this. But then she comes with maybe she got a little attitude. Or maybe she got some trust issues. I ain't willing to deal with none of that stuff. Oh, but she had all these things you said checked off your list. But you're not willing to do the work. Okay, well then you're not willing. You don't deserve her. And you don't deserve him. Oh, he fine. Oh, and he got a job. Oh, and he taking care of business. Oh, but I don't like the fact that he got 2 kids. Oh, and I don't like the fact that he drives this or do that. You don't deserve him. Because the important things that you said were important, they met those qualities. Oh, but you trigger me here and you do that. No, maybe you need to work on some things. Or maybe you need to understand that people are human beings. And maybe if you got to know that person, instead of throwing people away like a hot potato, and and I see it every day. I mean, I talk to people all the time. They be with somebody one day, and then I'll be like, "What happened?" Oh, girl, I don't talk to him no more. Why? Well, did you try to work it through it, or no? We don't talk. We don't talk about it no more. No, they just on to the next. Over under. They just move on. Let me just get under somebody else so I can get over this one. Yikes! That's the world we living in. This the microwave world that we're living in. We need everything hot and ready. We need that Little Caesar's love. I don't even like Little Caesar's pizza like that, Joe. Y'all want that kind of hot and ready, just quick here. Give you what you want. A person who always agrees with you, even when you're wrong, is not going to help you grow. I promise you. A person who does not somewhat trigger you at some point, you got to ask some questions about if this is real love or if they just catering to you for some other reason. Because people going to be, a real person's going to trigger you sometimes. Yes, yes, sister says, wisdom knows the road is long. It takes wisdom to navigate this journey. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it is a journey. It is not a sprint. It is a journey. Enjoy each other. Learn each other. If you're triggered, talk to each other. The most beautiful thing is to grow together. The things that you think that tear you apart, if you really work through them, will make you stronger together. But it's just that people are so quick to leave when stuff don't feel right. It don't feel right. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm leaving because I can get something easier. I want something easier. This is too hard. I'm sorry. I want something that's going to challenge me, but I'm not saying I want something I'm going to argue with all the time. But yes, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong and then show me what the right way, or at least help me get there. Don't just tell me I'm wrong and leave me out there on my ass out. And don't do it in public. When you with a partner, don't chastise your partner in public. I think that's the wrongest thing ever. Don't do that. Love your partner in public and talk to them behind the scenes. Have those one-on-one conversations. Y'all should be open enough to do that. That's how you grow. That's how you get that real love, soulmate stuff that you see. Because I've seen people with it, but they went through the shit together. They didn't give up on each other. They didn't look for the next best thing. They didn't look over at the other grass and say, damn, that's greener. They stuck it out with their own grass. They fertilized their own grass. They watered their own grass. They had those hard conversations. When one was stubborn, the other one knew they had to bend. When one would bend, the other one knew, because it's not about winning. You both lose when no one gives in. We both lose. Nobody wins. Relationships are not about winning. No relationship should be about winning. It should be about growing together, an empire, being the best, most badass couple who cheer and root each other on. And if you go down the wrong path, I'm not beating your ass. I'm telling you, I'm like, babe, that's wrong. We trust each other enough to get there. Those are the best kind of relationships. And you get there by being honest and having honest conversations, but not in a mean way, in a gentle way. And you get there by being real with each other. And you get there by not cutting corners, by not settling for less than what you really want, by saying what you really want, by taking the mask off. Because as uncomfortable as easy as it is to keep that mask on, you really can't breathe behind it, can you? You really want to be your real self, don't you? I know I do. At all costs, by all means, I want to be the best me I can be. And I want to be with somebody who's going to accept the fact that I've been hurt before. And so sometimes I have triggers and sometimes I'm not perfect, but they allow me to grow and they forgive and because they see the beauty in the fact that, damn, she comes to the table with a lot of things, though. She is a good woman. She do this, she do that. See, we got to look at the beauty in people, not just the flaws. Again, we in that red flag culture. We in that, what is it that we call it? What they do to celebrities when they can we in the cancel culture. We quick to just cancel somebody out because they don't fit the bill. We humans. What? We Show me a person who has no flaws. And after you do that, show me their wings. We are humans. We come with issues. We come, peace and blessings. We come with all kinds of issues. But we're supposed to help each other through this. This battle is not supposed to be by ourselves. So I get it. We do have to heal at some point alone. But when we meet soulmates, when they come into our lives, they come at divine timing for a reason. Yes, when you mess up in the opening credits, you got to go. Absolutely. You got to understand that, listen, people are people. And if you don't take people as they are, and you keep looking for the next best thing, you'll always be looking for the next best thing. You'll never find it. You left it behind a long time ago, and it got picked up by the next best thing for it. And that's how it goes in life. You know, people are energy, and energy wants to be loved. Everybody wants to be loved. An idea is energy. It wants to be cultivated. It wants to be loved. It wants to be grown. And if you get an idea, have you ever had an idea and be like, damn, this is a really good idea, but you never did anything with it? And then you watching TV one day and somebody's on TV making a bunch of money off of your idea. It wasn't your idea. It was an energy that came to you. And it wanted you to use it. It wanted you to love it. It wanted you to cultivate it, but you didn't. And so that energy left you and it went on to someone else. And guess what? That person saw the beauty in that energy because it don't take all day to recognize sunshine. So that person saw the beauty in it and they went with it. They said, fuck it. I'm going to try my chances on it. They went with the energy and they made $1 million off of it or $1 billion off of it because you were too afraid. When that you sat with it too long. People are like that too. You can't put people on back burners and say, yeah, I'll get to you in a minute or I'll get to you when I get a chance. Or, honey, it's 1 billion soulmates. It's a lot of people in this world. If you sit them too long, what you think's going to happen? If you keep being a choosy and thinking that everybody's going to, oh, this person, you ever seen a Shallow Hal? Oh my God. On Shallow Hal, the dude was mad. Dude on Shallow Hal was like, yeah, I can't mess with her because her second toe's too big. I mean, it's longer than her first toe. It's some freaky shit. Like, you that particular, and you got a damn tail growing out your ass. You're bald head, you're short, and all kinds of stuff, but you want to be picky and talk about her second toe. Girl was beautiful, but her second toe was longer than her first toe. We living in that world right now. And then people want to know why they by themselves. A lot of people fear growing old by themselves, and that's what keeps them by themselves. It's the fear. You won't grow old by yourself if you open up and allow people to be human and say, shit, her second toe longer than the other, but damn, look at her. She's still riding bikes. She's still going out and making sure I'm straight and we having a good time. Like, look at the whole picture of a person. Please do not dissect people and say, well, counting you out because this piece or that piece. If they're not cheating or beating or stealing or killing, if they're not violating you or trying to destroy you, then maybe they're trying to heal something in them. And if they're worthy, what are you doing? You're going to just let somebody else come up and scoop up and be like, oh, well, let me grow with you real quick. I can grow with you real quick. She can spin on it. What are y'all talking? What are you talking about, Bella? Bet she can spin on it. Spin on it. Oh, I almost said, girl, don't even get me started. Y'all gonna have to stop with these little, y'all gotta get clear about y'all messages because y'all saying some stuff and I ain't gonna even tell y'all what I'm thinking. But like I said, oh, yes, her long toe, exactly. See, she could do shit that other girls can't do. Why can't we appreciate our differences? Why can't we look at people and say, yeah, she hella sensitive, but you know what? Later on, that might be a trait that you end up liking about her, But we see it as like, we always see stuff as negative and just write people off. Like, that's just bad. I'm out of here. I'm just out. Yes, I'm cracking up about the spinning on the toe. She a damn ballerina with one toe. But all I'm saying is we can't just be writing people off like they don't exist and just moving on to the next, because you'll never, ever enjoy the beauty. And then what will happen? This is what happens most of the time. I've seen it. It happened in my own life. I've written somebody off and seen them become the most beautiful human being with someone else. Yes, I have. I've done it. We've all done it. Don't lie to yourselves. Don't lie to yourselves. If you haven't done it, then you've been the it sometimes. I've been it too. I've been it too. I've done it and I've been it. I've written somebody off and I've been written off. And I've had people be like, damn, and try to come back. You're like, too late. You ain't get to see, oh, but you wasn't like this with me. Well, you didn't allow me to be me. You didn't let me open all the way up. You only saw certain parts and you didn't like that and you rolled out and you was quick to, so you didn't get to experience the whole me. And that's your bad. That's what you got to tell them sometimes. That's your bad, child. Because I don't want no microwave. If it takes time, it takes time. But let's say, as long as I know that we're growing together and we're working on things together, I can get through possibly anything. Again, no cheating, no beating, no killing, no thrilling, chicks on the side, none of that shit. We're not doing that. I'm saying, if you got mommy issues, daddy issues, abandonment issues, you a little extra triggered because of this or that or whatever. Okay, we can get through that. You got some sex addictions. Maybe we can get through that, as long as it don't include other people. Maybe I got to just step it up and do more or do less. I don't know. Again, people come with baggage. We got to make sure that their baggage is the baggage we willing to accept, because everybody's coming with something. Don't think you're going to get nobody with nothing. Sometimes it is just not forever. People think soulmates means forever, and it doesn't. Absolutely. That's the number one. Not all soulmates are forever. Some people come into your life, again, to teach you a lesson, and then they out. It's a reason, a season, and a lifetime. There's all kinds of soulmates. But you'll never even get to any of that when you just dismiss them early on in the game. Because again, it's all about misconceptions and all these lies we've been fed on what other people are supposed to be like. But if you sit down and think about how flawed you may be, what you actually come to the table, and be honest with yourself. Be honest. Because a lot of people are not honest with themselves because they don't want to see themselves. They don't want to see the bullshit that they actually do. They don't look at that. They don't really look at it. They don't do it. I do shadow work. I do shadow work. When I say I pull it down to the shit that I don't even want nobody, I don't want nobody to know, but I look at it and I say, oh, yes, because that's when you really grow. That's the part when you become who you really supposed to be. That's when you're open to you're able to be real enough with somebody to show them. But if you're not real enough with yourself, you're going to always be wearing a mask. If you can't fix the things within yourself if you're not at least willing to look at yourself. Because I know people who cannot look at themselves, who cannot say, you know what? Maybe I am the problem. Maybe I am doing these things and these are the issues. Or maybe I have abandonment issues. Maybe I'm seeing that in you, but it's my problem as well. Or you both have it. Because a lot of times people see a trick, somebody else being triggered, and they always like, oh, but you always the one. No, not necessarily. There's something about you. You keep seeing it. We mirror. Soulmates mirror things back and forth to each other. So there's some times where you need to sit your ass down and check yourself. But people don't want to do that. Jackie says, my block and delete game been strong this past year and a half. I understand flaws, but some stuff not going to tolerate, period. Absolutely. No, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. There are times that you have to have heavy on the block. I feel you. There's times you got to, because that's a part of protecting your energy, But I'm trying to keep this into the realms of being open to the fact that everybody's not perfect. Yes, we can block people. It's easy to block people. That's the easy part. The hard part is talking it out. The hard part is having the conversations. The hard part is saying, actually, you hurt me, and this is what hurt me. Block is easy. For me, block is easy. Block means I don't have to deal with the shit that I really want to deal with. I don't want to do it. So block. Block, 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 block. If you got any Aquarius in your dang on chart, you quick to push the block button. Any Aquarius up in there, you gonna do it. I mean, there's other signs, believe me. There's like Scorpio, yes, Cancer, but Aquarius, yep, they'll be like, detach, quickly, quickly. Why though? A lot of times, again, I get it for the right reasons, yes, but sometimes we do it because we don't want to do the work. Yes, that requires a level of maturity that people don't have. A lot of people don't. They don't. Because it hurts to actually look at things, and it hurts more when you have to explore them with another person. That's where trust comes into play. That's why you can't play games when you're dealing with people. This is why these little rubber made relationships don't work, because when you're dealing with people, you're dealing with whole people, and whole people come with whole lots of issues and problems and things that they got to work through. But if you a whole person and you're coming to somebody whole and you're like, look, I'm a beautiful person. These are the things that I come to the table with that are beautiful. But these are also the things that I come to the table with that are ugly. And if that person only wants the beauty in you, then leave. Please run for the border, because they'll never stick around to be. They're only there for the fresh fruit. They're not there for the picking of the fruit. They're not there to harvest. They're only there for the harvest. They're only there to get the fruit when it's done. They're not there to plant the seeds with you. They're not there to grow with you. They only want the good. They don't want you for real. They want the image they have of you. And yes, I am. Oh, is that Aquarius? Ain't for the drama. Opposite polarity is Leo, and Leo is drama. And an Aquarian in the harmony won't allow anything outside of the flow to disrupt their air. Oh my God, sis, I didn't know. I promise you, I didn't know you was an Aquarius. I was just saying if you are an Aquarius, because I know I have an Aquarius Pisces, but I know that there's a detachment fact that they have, you know. So that's very interesting. I may have known that, and it just slipped my mind. I wasn't thinking like that, but thank you. Yes, but there is a level of maturity. There's a level of maturity that you should have, period, when you're dealing with relationships. And again, I'm not talking about the early 20s bull crap. I'm talking about the grown folks stuff. The I want to be grown and have a growing relationship, and I'm trying to build an empire with somebody. You got to understand, when you're building an empire with somebody, it's a whole somebody. That person's going to come with all their shit. Are you willing to build with that person? Make sure, for one, it's that person that you're willing to build with. And that, number two, that you're not just Xing them out because they're not perfect. Because I promise you, there's not going to be a perfect person. You just got to make sure that person is perfect for you. That they got the bullshit that they come with that you can deal with, that you can work with, that you can work around. And they got to do the same for you. Nobody gets out of this thing without having to make some compromises. That's because we're different. Men and women are different, let alone individual people. Oh, sis, you hit the hammer on the nail. I mean, the nail on the head with that one. There are grown people that are not adulting. Well, absolutely. And like I said, and I will give this props to, shout out to the friend who I don't even know if I want to call him a friend now, because he probably is not my friend anymore because of the other night. You guys, I shared that story with you guys, but he did say something and it triggered me. And it was that people in our generation, when we were growing up, I mean, now they still don't really go to therapy that much, but when we were growing up, it wasn't no therapy. And so now we're older, we don't have therapy. What do? We go to self-help books or YouTube gurus, or help me, tarot. But sometimes we end up going to these different people and they broken too. Not therapists. I'm not talking about therapists. I'm talking about these man-made therapists or these gurus on TV on these different that again feed our egos, but are not really telling us what we really need to know. That yes, you are wrong and you need to grow here. And yes, you are triggered and you need to fix this. And yes, we all have shadow work and you're not broken. We're not hearing that. We no longer hear that. We're not hearing it. We never really heard it. And now we're older. And now we're starting to hear about, a lot of therapy and stuff because of COVID and all of that. But we should have been in therapy. And we, as Black people, if you're Black, we know that therapy is like, oh, you crazy if you go to therapy. But you're not. We all need someone to work things out with sometimes. And it ain't always going to be our partners. You right. I'm not saying all therapists is, I met some crazy therapists. I have. I went to school for psychology. Well, I went to school for fashion design, but I had to take psychology, which was crazy. And I had a psychology teacher, and she was a therapist, and she was crazy as a bed bug. She was crazy as shit. So I get that, sis. But again, this whole topic was to say that, we are all individuals trying to make it here. Peace and blessings, sis. We are all individuals in this world. We all come with our baggage. We all come with our shit. None of us are perfect. None of us are come flawless. None of us are full cheese. We all Swiss cheese in some way, shape, or form. I don't have to know you to tell you that because we all had to deal with life, and life will put holes in you. Life will shoot you up. And some of us, most of us, we self-healing. We walking around healing ourselves. We ain't even nurses. We don't even know how to do this. We ain't even getting the bullets out. We just wrapping cloth around us and keeping going and getting in relationships and knowing we doing all of this. And then we wondering why we bleeding all on people and why we hurting people, and because we ain't been properly stitched up. And sometimes we need somebody else to help us. Sometimes we can't just stitch ourselves. Sometimes we need somebody to go in there and get the bullet out for us. We need somebody to tell us that it's a bullet still in there. Sometimes we don't know we're still triggered because we think we're healed because we've been by ourselves so long. We think that being by ourselves means we're healed. If I just stay to myself, then I'm healed. Then I don't have to deal with other people. But that when you know you're healed is when you can go out there and deal with other people and they don't trigger you all the time. That's when you know you're healed. And if you are triggered, you know how to get through them. And if we are always healing from something. No one is perfect. Absolutely, sis. Sometimes fragments are left. Oh, I had to stop on that one because I felt that one. I felt that one. I felt that one. Like I wanted to cry just right then. Because I'm one of the people. Here we go with this. All right. Am I good, y'all? I'm freezing. Okay. I'm one of those people. I'm still healing. There's fragments, and I'm one of those people that I only want to be with somebody who's willing to look at me as a whole person. Don't see me as, well, you got your shit together because you talk about spirituality and, you handling your kids and you got your own spot. You got this. But, baby, there's some stuff that I need to unpack with a partner. I need somebody to help me get these fragments out. Are you willing to work with me? Or you just going to see if that next person ain't got as many issues? Because everybody's got them, believe it or not. Everybody's got something. But if you're not willing to work with me, you don't deserve the best parts of me. You don't deserve the good parts of me. If you can't see that we all broken, we all have things that we need somebody else to help us get out of us. And sometimes it's not pretty, but if we work through it sometimes, and I'm not talking about nothing abusive and toxic. I'm talking about triggers from past relationships, from past hurts, from the fact that people have been abandoned, from the fact that people have been lonely for long periods of times, and sometimes they clingy. You got to be like, babe, I love you, but sometimes you're a little clingy. It's not that I don't love you. Let's talk through it, work through it, instead of being like, man, he clingy, I'm done. That person may just be a little triggered. Now, if you trying to work through it and they just can't work through it and it just never works, then that's something different. But again, giving up on people just because people are people, you're going to be giving up on everybody. And everybody's going to give up on you. See, that's the thing about it, is that we think that we walk, it's not just what you do, but what you do comes back to you. So the minute you meet somebody that you really like and now you triggered because you like them so damn much. Now you afraid they gonna leave. So you doing things and they like, why you doing this? But you don't want them to leave. You want them to work with you. They gonna leave you because you left that person who was trying to get you to work. It's a sad thing because you have to learn what it felt like, what you did. So that's why I say don't treat people like things that can just be thrown away and possessions that can be replaced. It's okay to leave, but I don't think you should really be just like ghosting people because that's not good. If you want to leave, leave. This not working. This hurts me. I don't think I could be here anymore. But as human beings, treat each other with some type of respect. When do we stop loving and respecting each other? When is it all about me, me, me? Yes, self love is important, but damn, once you get past that, you do know that that's just the foundation of love. The love for others is the bigger thing that we should be striving for. You always should maintain your self love. That's the foundation of your home. But when have we become so selfish, so self-absorbed that we stop caring about other people and their feelings and the fact that we could trigger people and people have been through things and people grow through things. Yes, you are. I'm a helper. It's in my veins. Me too. I'm a helper too. But sometimes I'm on the other side where I need help. Sometimes the healers need to be healed. And sometimes those people who, are there for other people need people to be there for them. But let's not take the responsibility off of the fact that we have to speak up and say, I need these things. These are my needs. This is my love language. My needs need to be met. I have basic needs. Me, personally, I have basic needs. I'm very basic. But if my basic needs are not met, I'm triggered along the way. I may stick around because I'm crazy like that. I've done that. I've been in places where, say, I have 5 needs, and I say these needs have to be met. But 4 of them get met. I compromise my self worth, and I give in, and that last need ain't met, and then you get the triggered me. So you get that triggered me. Why? Because I'm not speaking up and saying this need is not being met. I'm just going along with the program, but you wondering why I'm triggered. It's because this need's not really being met and I'm not saying anything. So every time you do something, it's triggering that need that's not being met. That's where the responsibility of you or that person whose needs are not being met is to speak up. We all have to speak up. We can't say, well, I love you. So I don't know why you don't feel like I love you. If you're saying to someone, I don't feel like you love me, and they're saying to you, well, I love you, they're not hearing you. You understand that? Because if I tell you that I love you and you tell me that you don't feel like I love you, I'm going to say, what will make you feel like I love you? Because I want to know what I need to do because I want to speak your love language. That is how we heal and grow together. We don't dismiss people because they feel unheard or they feel unloved. We try to figure out ways to make them feel more loved. Distance does not make life, doesn't make things better. I don't get why people do that. When someone says something is wrong, you give them distance. That's not going to make it better. When someone tells you something's wrong, they're opening up to you. Your response to shut down and to distance yourself from them or to dismiss them is, that you may or may not know this, but you may have sent that person on to the next relationship with some type of PTSD because they took the time to open up to you and tell you, this is bothering me. And instead of you saying, hey, this is bothering you, let me see how we can work through this, or I care enough about you. Instead, you said, I don't want to deal with this because that really wasn't the person for you to begin with. The person for you, you willing to work through triggers with. You willing to walk through fucking fire for. The person that's for you. Because you know they for you. You know you're not going to find another one of them. You know you can't really live without them. You can live with anybody else, but you can't live without them. That's the person that's for you. That you like, yeah, that's a trigger, but I guess I'm just going to work through it because that's who I want to be with. Where's that kind of love? Where is it? I don't want that popcorn shit. I want that long lasting. I'm going to stick it out with you. Oh, you blocked me? Well, I'm going to email you. Oh, you ain't emailing me? I'm going to show up. I'm crazy. I want real love. I want that. I'm going to prove my shit love. I don't want that I say I love you shit. That's stuff for the birds. We want that soulmate. And you want a soulmate, you got to be able to understand this soulmates will trigger you. You want a soulmate, you got to understand that sometimes people come with shit that we may not be ready or prepared to deal with. But if you willing and patient and listen with your heart and not just your brain and your logic, because I'm going to tell you, logic, thinking things logically, when someone's trying to talk to you from your heart, that's a wall you're putting up. Speak from heart and listen from heart. When you care. And this is what I'm not understanding too. Please do not go getting in relationships with people if you just don't even give a fuck. Because there's people out here be like, well, I don't really care to be doing all of that. But then don't get in a relationship because everybody's going to come with something. If you're not willing to do work besides working on self, then don't look for a partner. Don't speak to nobody else. Don't. Everybody outside of you is going to require you to do something at some point beyond what just you. Because a lot of people want to just, oh, I'm being me and this is me. You can't come into a relationship just this is me and this is I am because I don't want to change. All right, well then be by yourself. Because ain't nobody just accepting you as you are, especially if you got some shit with you. Be open to listening. Be open to the fact that, again, we're human. And I want you as a whole human. And if I want you as a whole human, I got to love you unconditionally, flaws and all. I got to understand that we all have a past. We come with the past. But that don't mean that's who we are now. And if I'm not willing to get to know you now, then I'm not worthy of you. And you deserve somebody else. And I need to let you go. Peace and blessings, Kiana. Thank you for being here. But it's true. We have to. We have to be honest and have these open and honest conversations because this is the only way that we get to that true agape type of love. That love where you look at that person and be like, yeah, that motherfucker got my back for real. Like you ain't even saying it. You just looking at them and saying it. You're like, damn, I love that. Because you know you done been through some things. You done tested it. It had been tested and that person is shown and proved. They've opened up to you about shit they ain't talked to nobody else about. And you've been open enough to listen. Because again, communication is a two-way street. If I'm communicating with you and I'm telling you these things, don't shut me down. And if they're talking to, and then if you shutting folks down left and right, and then you wonder why they don't want to keep coming back to you or why they acting funny, come on, man. We are supposed to be here to really uplift each other and bring out the best in each other. And that's exactly what your soulmate is here for. And if you're not willing, again, to look at yourself in the mirror and say, they're triggering me because there's something in me I need to heal, it's not them. They just love me enough to tell me, then call me out on my bullshit. And I love them for that. That's when you grow. When you see somebody that's like, damn, they holding out with me. And I'm, again, make sure your needs are being met. Speak up when your needs are not being met. If a person loves you, they will meet your basic needs. Most of our basic needs are so basic. When someone is avoiding meeting your basic needs, they are not for you. Because your needs are needs necessary. I'm not talking about your wants. You need security. You need to know, like, some people have a need, like I have a need for security. I may have a need to know certain things. But if you're not that person that want to share those type of things, you're not my person. And that's okay too. And let's depart like that. But let's not run from having the conversations. A lot of people are just afraid to even have the conversations. Until we heal together, we will continue to bleed from relationships, from each, let me get it out. From relationship to relationship, from one person to another. We will bleed all over them. And we'll be wondering why nobody wants to be around us, or nobody, because we won't, first of all, we're not understanding. We think we are. We think we're patient. We think all of these things about ourselves because we always see, well, I'm patient. I think I'm patient. But ask that person that you're with. Again, you think you love them, but ask them, do they feel loved? Because just because you think you loving somebody, if they not feeling it, does it really matter what you think? I want you to feel my love. If I'm not giving it to you the way that makes you feel love, tell me. Because I want you to feel it. If I love you, I want you to feel it. So if my love language is giving, but that's not your love language, tell me what yours is. Or maybe, if these conversations ain't happening, we're never going to get past the superficial bullshit. And we keep seeing all these beautiful, again, relationships in movies and all. We see all that stuff. It's possible. But in the real world, we got to deal with real world type of shit. We got to deal with people. And people come with baggage. And we can't throw people away like trash. I will say, I've asked people to be patient with me, and people have been patient with me. I've asked people to be patient with me. I had people be like, nah, Joe, I need this right now. And that ain't the person for you. The person that is for you will work with you. It's not going to always be easy. Y'all not going to always see eye to eye, but you will respect each other. You will love each other unconditionally. When they make you mad, you might need a couple of days away. You may need some breathers, but you will always come back to each other. You won't look to someone else for that comfort because that is your person. You made that commitment to that person. Until you are able to do that, you ain't ready for no soulmates. You ain't ready for nothing. You need to do some alone time. Because people are people. There takes, again, yes, as my sister said, a certain level of maturity to even think about. And yes, we're going to make mistakes. We're going to say things we don't mean. We're going to hurt each other's feelings. But as long as we can come back to the table and say, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. That's not how I meant it. This is what I really meant. If I didn't tell you how I felt, this is how I really feel. We can't be afraid to do that. Because if we are, we will miss out on the most beautiful people. Because guess what? They become more beautiful when we allow them to grow. And then we get to experience that. And that's when I've seen men and women look at their spouses and be like, damn, because they seen where they came from and where they are now. And they grew with them. That's that beautiful. Yo, I'm like ready to cry. I'm talking because that's that beautiful love that I'm talking about. That's that I'm not giving up on you shit. That's that soulmate stuff. Let me show y'all this little quick reel that I put up before, and it just hit me that it was still in my and this is some soulmate. Oh, please don't say. This is it. Yep. All right, I'm gonna show y'all this quick reel. This what I'm talking about. This that true love. I want to prove my love. This what I'm talking about.
But she said, I'm sorry for getting sick. You can't even go on the road as much as you used to. I'm in the bed most of the time because of my energy, and this is when you need me most, and I let you down. I I said to my wife, I was homeless and a high school dropout, and you took a chance on me. Covenant. It would be an honor for me to roll you in a wheelchair. It would be my honor to show your mama and your daddy, who thought I was a thug and a punk. It would be an honor for me to show your daddy why you sick. I meant what I said over 25 years ago. Covenant. I ain't going nowhere. And I finally got a chance in your weakness to prove to you that it's not about your looks, it's not about your body. Now I got a chance to prove to you that it was about what I said it was about in the first place. And everybody that stood in that church and the pastor that was there in front of God.
Yeah, I'm about to cry. Because that's what it's about. Not in your strengths, but in your weakness. Not in the easy times, but in the hard times. Not when you look your best, but at your worst. Yes. And that is there. But we have to be first of all, we have to be that type of person for the person that we're looking for. And then you got to be sure that that's the type of person that you're dealing with. They got to be willing to be there for you through no matter what. No, because that's that real love. That's that soulmate connection. That's that I don't give a damn you bald head and I'm going to be here with you. This is what the vows were for. These are the times that prove. Yes. LaShawn says, yes. If you aren't ready or able to have an open, honest communication, listen with your ears and heart, and have no compromise in you, you don't desire to meet the needs of another. Stay out of a relationship. Absolutely. Stop ruining the person for the next person. Stop wasting their time. Because a real relationship is built on accepting each other as you are, as is, purchased as is. Baby, you need a new radiator, we gonna get that radiator. Baby, you need some headlights, we gonna put in them headlights. Backlight crack, no matter. You my car now. That's my car. Yeah, I'm West Coast now. That's my car. We gonna pimp that ride because it's my ride. That's that kind of love. That kind of love. That kind of love. That's mine now. That's mine. You can't talk about that. That's mine. Can't nobody talk about it. Girl, that video touches me, girl. You don't even see them tears, girl. That video touches me because I feel it. I felt it in his words, the sincerity of it. And I mean, we pray that you don't have to get to that point for the love to be proven to you. But even at that's beautiful. To be at your weakest point, to have someone have your back like that. Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't need that in this life? We all need someone to have our back like that. But you get that by not giving up so easily on people, by not looking at people as disposable. They're not paper plates. People are fine china. Treat them as such. We treat things better than we treat people. I've lived it. And in the end, it wasn't reciprocated. I know that had to hurt. And it does. And I say all of this to say, we have to be, number one, the people that we are looking for in our mates. But we also have to be compromising. We have to be understanding. We have to be loving. We have to be gentle. We can't feel like we got to be brutally honest. I don't know where that came from, but brutality is not necessary for honesty. We can be gently honest. We can really just be honest. A lot of times people hide how they really truly feel, not knowing that if they would just open up, that could solve a lot of issues. Take off the mask today. If you want to meet your soulmate, if you are ready to meet the person that you desire to be with, that one person, and I'm talking about, again, that long-term soulmate, or you want to meet that person that's going to help you grow, you got to first be that type of person. Take off the mask. Be honest, be open, be vulnerable, but be sure you're dealing with the right type of person. Make sure your needs are being met, and make sure you're speaking up about what needs you have that need to be met. Tell your person about your love language and learn about theirs. Inquire, but don't be afraid to speak up. A lot of times people wait for other people to ask questions, but if the questions aren't being asked, it may not be that that person's being inconsiderate. They may not know what to ask. But if you feel the need to, if they share and share, I'm sure they would be, if they love you, most people who really truly love you want to learn all they can about you. Don't think because people aren't asking you the perfect questions at the perfect time that they don't care. They may not know what to ask. They may not know how to ask it. But if you feel it in your heart to share, share. We got to stop making it difficult. We making loving each other difficult. I talked about the divisiveness. We making everything so hard nowadays. It's so hard for men and women to come together, or women and women and men and men, whatever. People to have relationships nowadays. It's hard. We're making it harder because, again, so life makes it harder. So many distractions, there's so many things, there's so many flashing lights that we so easily distracted that we don't even focus on the beauty in front of us. Each one of us carries in us a beautiful light, and we want to find someone to share that light with. But if we don't even see or recognize, first of all, our own light and say that we are beautiful and we are worthy, then secondly, come to the table speaking of what we truly need and want and desire. And thirdly, stick it out. Know that people are flawed. Know that people are not perfect. But damn, people are worth it. They are. Some people are truly worth it. But you'll never know it. And you'll watch the next person walk off and look and say, damn, she actually wasn't that bad. Actually, she just really was a little crazy because she cared. Or she was a little triggered because she was hurt. Hey, peace and blessings. Thank you for being here. Since I blame the rift between men and women on social media. Oh, yeah, that's a big blame. I will say that definitely has a lot to do with it. There's a lot, definitely, Jackie. I'm with you on that. Peace and blessings, sis. Thank you for being in the building. I think a lot of it is that we want to find someone else to blame besides ourselves. We don't want to take responsibility. So it's like blame the opposite. We can always blame the person or the opposite sex because we don't really necessarily take the time to get to know them. Because I'm a man, so I know, not me. If I'm a man, I know what men do. I'm a woman, I know what women do. But like, do you know what your partner does? Do you really get to know your partner? Or are you just trying to generalize your partner as everybody else? And I mean, the big riff is social media because, again, everybody thinks social media have you thinking you can pull anybody. Man, social media have you thinking you the best thing ever. And in real life, you can't even pull those people you thinking you can pull on social media. And then when you pull them, you realize they all flawed and messed up too. And so now you done gave up on something real. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable. You done gave up on something real for something fake, for something on social media, for a bot or somebody who appeared one way, catfish. Because again, we so quick to respond. Sorry, generators, but we living in a generator world and everything is about responding so quickly, respond. So, we in a relationship, everything's going good in your relationship. Everything is, you're on, when you first get in a relationship, shit be hot and passionate, right? You're like, oh, I can't wait to see this person. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, you can't wait. Now you months in or weeks in or who knows how long when it wears off or whoever. But when it starts to get lull, what are they doing? What do people start doing? Looking for the high again. You don't feel like you can get that high again from your partner. So now you're looking outside your partner for the high. Instead of trying to work on your relationship, maybe bring back not that high, but come up to another high. Why are you trying to chase your first high? Why not create new memories? Why not create new beauty? Why not? But no, it's like, oh, this is getting boring. Let me see what's next. This is getting boring. And like the guy said, we learn by dating how to quickly get on, like, this, we over this, and that's why marriages don't work, because we so quick to give up on people. And nothing. Listen, don't tell me I can't. Don't come here telling me I can't speak on it, because I'm divorced. So that's like saying I can say that. They don't. And my marriage didn't work because two people weren't working on it. Somebody gave up somewhere. When we give up, when we say, oh, that's too much, then that's what you get. But every time, don't believe that when you move into the next thing, it's going to be better. You're going to still be faced, because that's the thing, is that you just say, hey, this lesson's too hard. I'm just going to go to another classroom and I'm still going to have to learn the lesson. And you might go back down to, they might put you in the third grade. You was in the fifth grade. Now you're in the third grade. Don't get me started, y'all. My brain going somewhere else. But now you got left back. You got put back. Because you wasn't willing to do the work in the fifth grade. It was too hard. I don't want to do the work. She asking too much. He asking too much of me. They want me to grow. They want me to push beyond what I used to. They want me to be patient. I'm patient. I don't want to be no more patient. Okay, go ahead. Because the next person you get with, you're going to need even more patience. Or the next person you get with, they're going to do other things. Because there's going to always be a trigger. Like J. Cole say, love yours. There's always going to be a house bigger than the one you got. It's always going to be. But then you're going to move into that bigger house and find out they got rats or the neighbors are noisy or something else. It's always going to be another reason. And what, you're just going to keep running from place to place or person to person? You'll keep buying new cars because the next one's shinier? Or you're going to love yours and nurture yours and grow with yours and turn it into something beautiful. So people walk past and be like, damn, I want that. And not knowing that all the shit you had to go through to get there. But that's okay, because y'all got there together. That's what I want. In the long term, that's what I want. In the short term, I don't know. All right, y'all. I'm going on an hour and 51 minutes. And all I want to say is that we just can't be looking at each other and throwing each other away like we disposable. We're not. You have value. Every one of you have value. And you may not be the person for that person. In the long term, again, like we said, some soulmates, they not there for the long term. They there for a short period of time, teach you a lesson, get on out of there. What you say, LaShawn? This should have been a panel discussion. There's so many scenarios that warrant a different view. All I will say is, if you find yourself with a narcissist, get out. Absolutely. Oh, this is definitely going to be a panel discussion. Yes. We'll be having Soulmate Sundays. Actually, thank you for bringing that up, LaShawn. I will be having a panel. And if you're a guy listening in, you can make a comment. Let me know if you want to be on the panel. Because, of course, with my male friends, a lot of y'all shy away from coming on here. But I need it to be, this is it. This is what my panel's going to be. And we actually, I've talked to the girls about this before. So it's going to be 5 women, including myself, and 5 men, because I can have up to 10 people on this show at one time. So the first discussion we're going to have is just going to be the 5 men. And then we're going to have the 5 women. And then we're going to come together and have a full show with both panels of men and women having the same discussion. And you're absolutely right. I love that you bring that up, because we definitely need to see all points of view. So again, this is just my point of view because it's my podcast. No, I'm just joking. But again, yes, we need to hear. And again, feel free to comment, to let me know what you're thinking and how you feeling. This is Soulmate Sundays. We're going to continue to discuss this because, again, I want to see us coming together, men and women coming together. It's just like it's like a wedge been placed between us, and I really want to see us starting to come back together. Okay, Jackie, I'm putting you down. So Jackie is one of the men that I will be having. You guys heard that yourselves. I put it right here. Got it on camera. Jackie Gordon will be on the panel. So yes, we'll have 5 guys, 5 women, and then we'll do a whole show with both sides there, and we'll be hearing both sides and see how it goes. Maybe I can get Miss Mona Simone to come on from ATL. If you guys ever heard of Miss Mona Simone, Miss Chris Glenn, she's got her own podcast coming out called Introducing. She's been on the show before, so she'll be on. So yeah, if you're interested, let me know. Shoot me an email if you're listening. Come on and listen later. What have you? If you're interested in being on the panel, send me an email, and we'll do that. We'll make it happen. But it's coming. Oh, y'all, I got the plans for this show. We're going to be talking about all kinds of stuff. It ain't going to just be me all the time. But I've been in hermit mode, y'all, for over over a week. Actually, I've been in kind of hermit mode. You know, my mom passed away a year ago, last Saturday. And I had to do some reevaluations of, relationships, friendships, partnership, all ships, all the types of ships that's going on, like friends, families, my family, everything. I had to look at everything because when my mom passed, again, it was hard on me. But this year anniversary came around, it was super hard. Some people checked on me, some people didn't. Some people cared, some people didn't. And you know what? Those my people. Those who checked on me, those who knew what I was going through, and just you all right? You good, sis? Because I'm gonna tell you that is the hardest thing I've ever been through. I done lost all kinds of relationship. No relationship more important than the relationship I had with my mother. So it's been a solo dolo week. So I ain't been really talking too much of anybody. I've been doing my thing. And it feels good. It felt good. I've been having me and my mom time. But this coming up, it's gonna be panels. It's gonna be you're gonna see all kinds of people on here, and they're gonna have all points of view. I'm not gonna have people on here who just think like me. We'll have all kinds. So if you're again a willing and able participant, go right ahead and hit me up. You can put it in the comments here. You can send me an inbox. You can text me if you know me like that. And just let me know you want to be a part of the panel and we'll make it happen. So again, I appreciate y'all. Wow, being in the building tonight. Y'all really showing the girls some love. I appreciate on the Sunday night. I know y'all gotta go to work tomorrow. Y'all gotta go to work tomorrow. I know I gotta get up and get some things done myself. But I do appreciate y'all hanging in there with me tonight. And I hope that this conversation was a little useful to you. Because we know people, you enjoyed Brooklyn. What's that mean, Faith? Nope, Memorial Day. Oh, that's why. Oh, y'all. That's why y'all up in this joint chilling with me all super late. Y'all ain't gotta go to work tomorrow. Y'all like, whatever, girl, please. I'm off. See, I don't celebrate. I don't know. I don't even know what days be. What'd you say? We 10 tones down tonight. All right. Great. All peace and blessings. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sis. Peace and blessings. Larry, you want to be on the panel? Let me know. Again, I'm going to need 5 guys. It's going to be 5 women. We're going to do a panel discussion about this. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, we all want to find somebody. I'm sure none of us want to leave this world without some type of companionship, somebody that got our back and know that they got our back no matter what. And let's just talk about it. It's nothing wrong with having these conversations. Actually, it's good to have these type of open forums so that we, men and women, can understand what it is that we are looking for. A lot of times we don't have these discussions we have them amongst our girlfriends and men will have them amongst their guy friends, but we don't have them just together. So we'll make this a space for that. So thank you again for coming tonight. I really appreciate it. I hope y'all have a great rest of Memorial weekend. I didn't even realize it was Memorial. So enjoy. And if you are a veteran, isn't that for veterans, you guys? Yes. Thank you for your service. Or is that Veterans Day? Memorial Day is for that too, right? Come on, y'all. I don't know. Don't look. I know a lot of stuff. I know. Y'all know about the moon, the sun, the stars, the mountains, but you don't know about Memorial Day. No, I do not. I'm sorry. I don't. I don't really follow a lot of the holidays except for the major ones. So, No, it's not. Okay. Well, happy Memorial Day, whatever it's barbecue day, right? Happy barbecue day. I'm gonna get me some barbecue then. Who cooking out? Who else? Who else I can come to tomorrow? All right, y'all. I'm gonna wrap the show up tonight. I thank y'all for being here again. I thank you. This is Pro Noya Star Seed Podcast. It's been a wonderful Soulmate Sundays. I hope you're back next Sunday. I'll be back tomorrow for Manifestation Mondays. Y'all know how I do. I like to talk, so I'll be here, and I got a lot of information to share. I hope the show was good. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, be open. Your soulmate is there. Don't ever think you're too old or it's too late or they're not there. They're there. They're probably thinking the same damn thing. They're looking for you. You looking for them. Just be open to them and having the conversation and speak your love language. Okay. Yes. Y'all telling me about Memorial Day is a tribute to the fallen soldiers. First started by Black service members. See, y'all educating me. Thank you, Jackie. I think the ones that passed. Yes, veterans is for the ones still here. See? Thank you. Yes, thank you. Yes, you're welcome. But thank y'all. Thank y'all for educating me. See, I know. And now, the more you know. Oops, y'all, I was trying to do my little thing and I was about to push a song. Y'all be doing too much. I be doing too much. Let's try that again. I'm gonna try to be cute and do it again. The more you know. Y'all know I'm silly. Stop playing. Oh, I'm glad you said it was a great show. Thank you. Thank you for tapping in. Again, thank y'all for always tapping in and just supporting the show. The Stars program is still here. I know I don't talk about it much, but if you feel it in your heart to give stars, you can always come back to the post and give stars as well. And I am giving away a free tarot reading to the highest stars. The person who gives me the highest stars at the end of this month. So you only got a couple days left. Give the stars, stars. I don't talk about it much because I don't like to ask people for money, but you know. Give it up, y'all. Give it up. I'm just playing. Again, it's been a wonderful, beautiful Soulmate Sundays. And I hope that you guys find all that you're looking for. You find your soulmates. And if you don't find your soulmate, then, it's plenty of soulmates. You got soulmates in your sisters and the people around you as well. So it's not always necessarily a man or a woman. But if you find that long-term soulmate, hold on to them. Hold on to them. Don't just toss them aside because they got some small flaws. So do you. Work through them. Talk to them. This is you. This is the universe. This is the universe speaking. No. This is Pronoia Star Seed Podcast. The universe is always working in your favor. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I do have a song to play for you guys. I do. I'm just trying to remember which one it was. Anyway, have a good night, y'all. That's not it. Hold on. Y'all know I'm not good at this. I'm not. No, I had a song queued up for y'all because it had to do with soulmates. Don't y'all leave before listening to my song. No, I'm just joking. Oh, forget it. Have a good night, y'all. Forget it. It's been a good night. Mwah. Love y'all.
I love you, Poppy.
That I open is never closing. Working on my emotion. Working on a soul that was almost broken. They thought that I was hopeless. Lately I've been doing what I can for me. Working hard on my energy. Cause it's only right to live while you is alive. Even though I know I'm never gonna die. I've been flying high. Had a sage in my room, crystals on my neck. No, I'm not the best, but I try my best. Whenever that I'm going through them long days, I remind myself a nigga came a long way. Souls start to speak when I'm near the creek. When Mother Nature talk, I be listening. Keep on grinding, dog, till I reach my peak. Grass on my feet. I'm getting lost in the moment. 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 And I can never settle. I done hit another level. I done balanced out my chakras. I done turned into a rebel. They don't want me going in. Bringing out that God within. I feel like a God again. Shall your peace never end. That I open is never closing. Working on my emotion. Working on a soul that was almost broken. They thought that I was hopeless. Lately I've been doing what I can for me. Working hard on my energy. Cause it's only right to live while you is alive. Even though I know I'm never gonna die. I've been flying high.